Hey everybody, I welcome you all to my first YouTube video. Now this is where my YouTube journey begins and I'm super excited for what's to come. Now there's one single reason why I've decided to start this channel and start creating and posting content. And with this video, I just want to talk to you all about what this one reason is, and this should serve as an introduction to my channel. So yes, let's dive right in. A little backstory. March of 2018, I graduated from high school. I had a lot of ambition and I had the drive to work hard and create a good career for myself. But there was a problem. Now, the problem was I did not know what to do. I did not know what I should pursue. And this was a very long and a weird phase. And I won't dive into too much of details because it is a very long story. But long story cut short, I decided not to go to college because it honestly didn't feel right for me to jump into an institution without actually figuring out what it was that I wanted out of life and being sure about the subjects I wanted to pursue. So yes, that was how my gap year started. Now in November of 2020, I've reached a place where I know exactly what it is that I want to do with my life. Now, at this point, I want to ask you a question that I've borrowed from Tony Robbins. He asked this question and it got me thinking, what is an extraordinary quality of life? Just think about this for a while. Well, it's different for everybody, right? But ultimately, what an extraordinary quality of life is a life on whose terms? It's a life on your terms, right? Well, Tony Robbins says that if you want to experience an extraordinary quality of life, there are two essential skills that we all must master. He calls it the science of achievement and the art of fulfillment. Now, the science of achievement is basically this. Mastering this means mastering the ability to take what you envision and make it your reality. For example, consider the game of money making. There is a science to it, right? There are principles which, if you follow, you will experience an abundance of money in your life. Now, if you violate them, you'll reach a place called broke. And if you really violate them, you will experience financial distress in your life. Similarly, there is a science to the body. There are right principles which, if you follow, you'll experience an abundance of energy on a daily basis. If you violate these, you will experience lethargy. And if you really violate these and you don't take care of yourself, you will have dis-ease in your body. That's what the word disease stands for. So there is a science to achievement, and this is something which you can learn from other people, from books, from audiobooks, from podcasts. There are a lot of different sources where you can learn this from. Now, the art of fulfillment is something completely different. It is an art because it is unique to every single one of us. What fulfills you might not fulfill the person next to you, even if it is your own child, your own spouse, your best friend, or your father or your mother, whoever it may be. What fulfills you? What makes your life meaningful? I'm not talking about being happy 24/7 because that's not possible. However, what I am saying is, what makes you be in a positive mental state? Now, it could mean being happy. Yes, it could mean being happy. It could mean feeling driven. It could mean feeling the sense of growth, whatever it may be. The science of achievement is something you can learn. The art of fulfillment is something which is there already, and that's something you discover. Now, this sounds a bit confusing, but for now, just understand that there is a science to achievement and there is an art of fulfillment. What I have realized is that every single one of us, and when I say this, I really mean every single one of us, all of us have a purpose in this life, a personal calling, whatever you'd like to call it. But it always doesn't seem that way because most of the times it's been buried deep under the layers of social and cultural conditioning, and this is sad. The good news is Regardless of how deeply it may be buried, it's still there. We can still dig it up and live our life according to our life's purpose. However, what I've also realized is that discovering your life's purpose is not something that happens overnight. There is a process one must go through. Now here is what I want to do with my channel. During the gap years that I took, I did a lot of experimentation, and out of all the things that I did, I know exactly what things have helped me and how they've helped me. Now again, as I told you earlier, discovering your life's purpose is a process. It's not an event. It's not something that happens overnight. So I've spent a great deal of time trying to deconstruct and articulate this process that one must go through in order to be able to understand your personal calling and live out your life's purpose effectively. Effectively is the key word here. So yes, what I want to do with my channel is share this process with you all using a series of videos, blog articles, and my other social media handles. Now, if you ask me, how long is this process going to take? Honestly and truthfully, I do not know, because it depends on a lot of factors, really, like where you are in your journey of life and your willingness to learn new things and act on them. I'll be honest with you, this is an experiment. The whole thing that I'm going to be doing is going to be an experiment. And I'm not trying to preach. I just want to get this clear. I just want to share with you whatever things I did in the past 2 years which have helped me understand my life better, because this was something that I needed at one point in my life. I'm going to create a playlist on my channel called ALCHEMY, where I will post a series of videos in sequence with the aim to make you understand the process that I'm talking about, so you can do the same if you have to. Now don't get me wrong, it's not like I've achieved a lot of great things in my life. I still live with my parents and I'm still at the bottom of the mountain that I need to climb. What I want you to understand is that I know 100% that this is exactly the mountain that I want to climb. Now, do I have faith in my ability to climb mountains? Of course I do. And this too is because of the process that I went through. And that's what I want for you as well. To be sure about the life that you're living. Because let's put things in perspective. All of us have a limited time here on earth. We are mortal beings. And this means that there will come a point in time where we will be on our deathbed and reflecting on the life that we've lived. Now, when you reach the last hour of your last day, you'll be faced with one inevitable question. Did I live my life right? Think about that for a while. What will matter then is not the mistakes that you made as a teenager or a young adult, or the opinions of people that might be bothering you and holding you back from making changes in your own life. What will matter then is simply whether or not you lived your life right. That is it. That's all that's gonna matter. I really want you to reflect on this. Take some time, think about it. Are you actually living your life in a way that will enable you to answer that question with a solid yes? Well, we've discussed a lot of things in this video. And whoever you are and wherever you may be, I just want you to take a deep breath. Relax for a bit. Relax your shoulders, unclench your jaws, correct your posture. And then just think about this marvelous life that you've been given. Honestly, I'm in love with life. Life is beautiful. The universe has enough resources for all of us to have abundance in this life. Do we need to work hard? Of course we do. There's no doubt about it. We must work hard. But if you are able to work hard at something that you love doing, then you will definitely have an extraordinary quality of life. Well, that is it for this video. It's been a crazy year, and I genuinely hope that you and your loved ones are safe and in good health. Now, any feedback would be highly appreciated because that would help me understand what I am good at and what parts I need to work more on. Also, I'm really curious and would love to hear about what you think about there being a possibility of the existence of a process to figure out what it is that you want in life. Do consider subscribing to the channel if you liked what you just watched. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm planning to post videos in sequence, which means that every new video will be built on the one prior to it. So yeah, that's that. Also, I promise to work hard and deliver value. If you feel so compelled, do consider sharing this video with the people you know. It will mean a lot to me. And yes, that is it. Thank you for watching until the end. This is the start of DreamerTribe. I'm hella excited, and that is it. Until next time, my friends, take care.